If you are going to print the spreadsheet, you will definitely use the page layout settings, which are located on the Page Layout tab. Here we go through a few icons in the Page Setup group or Scale to Fit. The first thing that can be set is the page margins. Here you can choose either from the predefined ones or you can set up your own, but we will get to that. So in the orientation of the paper, if you have a table that is very wide, landscape orientation is more appropriate. Paper size, standard A4, and also print area. The print area is an option to set that only part of the table which is always printed. Before we choose this, it's necessary to select the table. It is then possible to set the so-called print area from the selection. And if we print this sheet, only this area will be printed. In order for this property to be cancelled and the table to be printed in its entirety, it's necessary to cancel the print area with this button, Clear Print Area. It's also handy to adjust the scale so that the whole table adapts to the width or height of the page. If the table is to be adjusted to 1 page in width, then set 1 page in width field. You can leave the height automatic, and then as many pages as needed will be printed. If we set the adjustment to 1 page here as well, the whole table would try to fit on 1 page, but this is not always desirable. For large tables, it's also useful to set the so-called printing titles. This button will get us to the dialog box, which we call the page setup, which is the same in all the versions. The individual tabs in this window contain the same options that we showed on the page layout tab, but also some extra options. So here in the sheet tab you can notice the print titles section. If you click in the box rows to repeat at top and select the row or rows that we would like to repeat on each page, you will always see these headings at the top of each page, which is very useful. This works similarly to repeating columns on each page on the left. For example, grid line printing can be set here too. The grid is the light gray grid of cells that is visible even without borders. Without a grid, only the borders we create are printed. In the Page tab, we can look at the options that we have already shown through the Page Layout tab. We just repeat orientation or adjustment to a given number of pages in width or height and paper size. Furthermore, the Margins tab, where you can set your own margin size, as well as the ability to center the contents of the sheet horizontally and vertically. The header and footer then allow you to repeat some information at the top or bottom of the pages on each page of the printout, such as page numbering, your file name, and so on. Right from here, we can also go to Print Preview, but I would show a different way because you will usually print differently via the File tab and Print option. In this version, the print is part of the File tab in the Backstage view, where in the left part we see the page layout settings again, which can be adjusted, and in the right part we see the preview. If there are more pages, with the bottom arrows you scroll through these pages. So you can still set some properties here, but mainly select the printer you will use for printing. Here you can also choose whether to print only the sheet you are standing on, all the sheets in the workbook, or the selected cells print selection. Next, the number of copies, and finally, print. Just ask if you have any questions in the comments. Thanks for watching, give a like, subscribe, and see you in next lesson.